Alright guys, today we are going to be kind of doing a continuation on the Get to Know Us. If you watched our previous videos, me and Matt had a couple of funny stories that we told. We'll put the link in the description to that video for you all so you can go and watch it. Basically, one of the funny stories, okay, this is kind of a continuation on to one of my exes.
It was a ghost.
Yeah, it was a ghost. And okay, she always had these stories to tell. Like I said in my last video that we did, basically there was numerous times where she had me like, why the fuck am I with her? But this was one of those moments too. One day me and her were just on the phone just talking, and she was telling me about how her and her little brother were miracle children because her mom had I think she either had ovarian cancer or she had cervical cancer. Well, you know, I'm sitting there listening to her, and she was like, yeah, I can't believe that my dad gave that to her. And, I'm not even kidding you all. Whenever I heard this, my mouth hit the fucking floor. I mean, you could argue us being in 8th grade, I think at the time,
I'm pretty sure everybody knows by, age, 10, you know cancer's not contagious.
Yeah.
You don't go to the children's hospital with cancerous children and just get cancer. I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, whenever she said that, you know, I was baffled. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean your dad gave her cancer? And she was like, well, Ryan, you don't know how cancer works? And I was like, sitting there, I was like, yeah, I do know how cancer works.
Do you?
Yeah, and she was like, well, then you should know he had cancer too. And he ended up impregnating my mom.
Oh, boy.
But at the time of the impregnation, he passed cancer on to her. And I was sitting there, I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? I was sitting there, I was like, what? I was like, how do you think that? How do you believe something like that? And she was like, well, Ryan, he had an STD, which gave him testicular cancer. And I'm like, so your mom got an STD from your dad that caused her to get cancer. Is that what you're saying? She have I can't remember what it's, HPV. I was like, did that cause her cervical cancer? She was like, no, his testicular cancer passed on into my mom's cervix and gave her cancer. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, are you serious right now? And yeah, that was probably one of the dumber stories she said. I mean, I get it ain't a story because she actually believed that shit, hands down. So this was one of her true stories that she felt was true, but was made the fuck up in my mind. Okay, this was by far the most embarrassing moment of my life. Okay, well, me and my buddy Colton from back where I lived, me and him decided we wanted to go fishing because that was a big thing to do where we're from, just fishing, hunting, stuff like that. So we start going down the creek, just wade fishing and stuff like that. And okay, we get down through there. Well, all of a sudden my stomach starts rumbling. Well, I look over at Colton, I'm like, man, I have to go. And he's like, well, just go into the woods. And I was like, dude, there's nothing I can prop myself up on. I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, dude, we're gonna have to do something. I was like, we're either turning the fuck around right now or just something has to be done. Well, me and him get this idea. We're like, we're gonna build a toilet right in the middle of the creek out of rocks. Okay, so me and him, we sit here, we build this toilet up from the ground. It was it was a nice toilet for the materials that we had. Okay, it even had like a little back support like thing. Well, Colton, you know, goes up the creek a little bit, goes up on a hill to where he can't see me. Well, as soon as I sit down, I'm like sitting there, and obviously, like, I'm like nervous. I can't go. Well, I look up the creek, and all I see is this like beagle, like coming up the creek, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, there's a dog. As soon as like that dog gets like close to me, I look back up, and all of a sudden there's this like 16-year-old girl like walking up through there like her father.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I can only imagine what they saw. I mean, I'm like running, I'm tripping up this hill, like trying to get up the hillside just away from them. Me like pants around ankles, just kept falling and stuff. I finally like get up the thing, get my pants up. Well, I get to the top, and Colton's on the ground rolling and laughing. The son of a bitch watched the shit happen. Like, so that was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Oh, jeez. Well, wow. It's kind of hard to follow those up. It really is. So, the two that I got for you, we'll start off with a more humorous one. Little known fact, Matt here has been shot with a nail gun. You're probably thinking, Matt, how the hell did you get shot with a nail gun? Well, you see, my dad enjoys building things. He's building a lot of things. So, this was, I think it was this past summer. And I was outside. I was helping him build this, I think it was a doghouse. Yeah, it was a doghouse for our German Shepherd. And we're out there, we're building this thing, you know, he's drinking a little bit, whatever, you know, who cares? And so we get like the frame built, and we get, you know, the studs within the frame, and then he starts putting the walls on it, okay? Well, you know, Matt's standing there like a dumbass while he's shooting through the wall, like through to nail the wall onto these studs. I'm just standing there in front of it, you know, and I wasn't thinking at all. And so I was just standing there. I was just in like blue jeans and a shirt, and he shot. The nail goes through this piece of wood, hits me right in the chest. The first thing that hits my mind is, oh God, 911. Call 911. And so Dad, he raises up and he's like, holy shit, are you okay? And I was like, I started feeling on my chest. I'm like, I lived. And honestly, the only thing that kept that thing from going through my chest was, one, whenever it went through the wall, it actually kind of turned sideways, so it's not like the pointy end was going straight through my chest. And two, the type of shirt I was wearing this New Orleans Pelicans shirt. I know the Pelicans aren't that great, but anyway. I was wearing one of those shirts, and like in the center of it was there was the Pelicans logo. And so it was like this rubberized material. And so the bullet just basically...
The bullet.
No, well, anyway, not the bullet, the nail. Whenever the nail goes through that piece of wood, kind of turns sideways, hits my chest, the shirt was made of like that rubberized material, so it just kind of bounced off. And so I just got lucky. Like, it hurt whenever it hit, like I definitely felt it. And Dad was freaking out, like he was making me take my shirt off and check to see if I was, you know, if anything had penetrated my chest or anything. So yeah, that was the time that I got shot with a damn nail gun. Thanks, Dad. Look, I got. So the second story I got for you all, it's mind-numbing, to be completely honest. I mean, you can't follow up that cancer story, man. That's gold. But anyway, so as I mentioned previously in other videos, I'm on the cross-country and track team. My roommate that I have now was not the roommate that I had last semester. The roommate I had last semester was also on the cross and track team. Well, this guy was a bit of a character. And I kid you not, the day, you know, we'd been practicing for like 3 or 4 weeks, you know, and we had one race, but it was like only a 5K here at our home course. But the next weekend we had our first legitimate, you know, 8K race at a college, at a different college. So, you know, we had to get up at like 6 o'clock that morning and be at the bus by like 7 or 8 to make sure, you know, we get there on time and get our tent set up and everything. And so, you know, it's like, you know, I make sure I went to bed early that night to, you know, be rested up for the race. I went to bed at like 11. So I go to bed, I fall asleep, you know, pretty easy. At like 2 or 2:30 in the morning, I think my phone said like 2:15 or 2:16 or something. I was so pissed off. I hear the door. Someone just sitting there beating on that door. And I was like, what the hell? You know, I'm trying to sleep. I got a race. I look over in the other bed over here. Roommate's not there. So I'm like, okay, probably him. So I get up, and before I have time to open the door, I guess the guys that brought him in had a key. They open up the door, literally, guys, oh my god. So, my roommate is sitting there, he's got 2 guys on, he's got one on this side and one on this side. He's sitting there like this, just kind of like this. He was plastered. He was gone. Okay. I was like, wow, that's nice. It's 2 in the morning. We have to get up in 4 hours to be ready for a race. Well, it turns out he got shit-faced because his girlfriend broke up with him. Let that sink in. The day before a race. The night before a race, actually. You know, and so I'm instantly pissed off. One of the guys that brought him in here, you know, gets him in bed, brings in this big trash can, sets it next to the bed, because I don't know what all he drank, but he was gone, trust me. And so the guy pulls me out in the hallway and he's like, hey man, so yeah, your roommate, he got a little drunk. And I was like, clearly, tell me something I don't know. And I said, wow, like what happened? He was like, well, his girlfriend broke up with him and he got really sad about it. He doesn't really know how to deal with it, so he just got really drunk. And I'm like, so his stupidity, you know, prevents me from getting rest for our first, you know, legitimate race of the season. That's nice. And he was like, so you don't have to wake him up in the morning, you may just want to let him sleep it off. I said, you're damn right. You know, I said, I will try 3 times to get him up. If he doesn't wake up, I'm just not getting him up. You know, that's his fault, not my fault. So I finally get back to bed at like 2:30, 2:45, something like that. Wake up at 6, get my warm-ups on and everything. And in the process of me getting ready, I tap on him. I'm like, hey, get up, we got a race. He just kind of laid there. The second time, I tapped him again. I was like, hey man, get up, we got a race. He just kind of groaned and just kind of rolled over. And I was like, all right, well, before I left out, I tapped on him, I shook him pretty hard, and I said, hey, we got a race. Are you going or not? Are you staying? He's like, oh, I'm staying. And so he was still gone. I mean, it was clear as day. So anyway, I get to the bus, we go to the race, I run the race. After I finish, I get on my phone. You know, I was checking my phone. I had a call from him. I called him back and I was like, hey, did you call? He said, yeah, man. He said, did you guys already race? I said, yeah, like an hour ago. And he said, oh, damn it. He was like, well, dude, I wrecked my car. How did you wreck your car? He was like, well, man, I was like 15 miles outside of Danville. I was trying to get to the race. I woke up late, and this car swerved over in my lane, and I had to hit the ditch. And I was like, what am I hearing right now? And so I said, you do know I tried to get you up, right? And he was like, did you really? I said, yes, I tried to get your ass up. And he was like, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, where are you now? Oh, I'm going back. He lives in North Carolina. He was like, oh, I'm going back to North Carolina. I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's the story of that. I got some more stories with that guy. That guy, oh my god. Like I said, interesting character.
Yeah, if y'all want to hear more stories from us, we've got a shit ton. Like, trust us. Matt actually has like a gold mine, so if you want to hear that one, let us know, because it's amazing.
Yeah, Ryan seems to think it's hysterical.
It's great.
I don't personally don't think it's that funny. Okay, it is, thinking back to it now. Listen, like you said, if you guys want to hear that story, just, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll post it. It's an interesting story, that's for sure. Not many people know about it, so should be interesting. But yeah, if you guys, we're going to try and make this kind of an every week thing where we have like story time with RyAtt, and we'll just have, every week we'll do like 2 stories a piece or a story a piece, something like that. Like Ryan said, we've got some really good ones that we could tell, and they're really, really hilarious, so just let us know if you'd like to see those. And I guess that'll basically do it for this video.
Also, if you all want to follow us on Twitter, we're going to post our names in the description as well.
Yes. Yeah, we are going to start up 2 different Twitter accounts. So that'd be awesome if you guys would follow us both on Twitter and have access to our videos more easily, because as we upload them to YouTube, it'll just send it straight to Twitter. So it just makes it a lot easier. And also, you can send us stuff through Twitter too, like video ideas, what you like, what you don't like, things like that. So we're gonna try and start adding some more variety to the channel, like basketball videos, some vlogs of us going places like we did back in his hometown with that abandoned hellhole. So yeah, we're gonna try and do some more stuff like that. So we're just kind of limited on what we can do right now, simply because we are college students and it's hard to do much because our schedules are so crazy. But we are going to try and do that for you guys. But again, just like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. And that'll basically do it for this video, guys. Catch you later.
Deuces.